talking here. I just wanted to come back and say we are starting our journey again. We are on our way to Boston. We stopped to get some fuel. It is 5:30 in the morning. Always early when you go to Boston. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. Our backstory is we went through 3 IUIs, 1 fresh transfer, 2 frozen, got pregnant twice with the frozen, and had 2 miscarriages. So now we are on to IVF number 4. So stay tuned. We are going to find out how much it's going to cost us going back to Boston because we are all out of pocket. And we did receive a grant from Starfish Fertility. So hold on. We are here now. So in August, I had met a woman on Instagram, and she runs the Starfish Fertility Foundation. And she gives away 2 grants a year, one being around her 50 miles around her local area, and then 1 across the United States. You do have to live in the United States to be able to apply for this. So I applied. We had to send in lots of documents, a letter, lots of documents from the doctor, our tax forms, a letter from our doctor. My husband ended up writing a letter on our behalf. He wanted to do that for me. And we sent some pictures in, and we prayed upon it, and we gave it to God, and was like, God, if this is what you see in our future to keep trucking through IVF because we have no more coverage, you're going to make a way for us to have a baby. So we did. Excuse me. So we sent everything off, and we prayed on it, and we sent it in the mail, and then about a month ago, we heard back that we won. We won the grant. We won the grant. I had to listen to it about 10 times just to make sure that Kara was saying our name. I was like, did she say Cole and Dave Moss from Connecticut? Hold on, let me listen to that again. My husband just felt it in his gut and turned the music down when I started listening to it. Just watched the video of the Starfish Fertility Foundation.
I was crying. We were on our way over to a friend's house that we
dinner with them, and we found
studies
out
with, church studies. And we walked in, and I was such a mess. I was crying so much. And they're like, what happened? I'm like, we won the grant. So it was really good. It was all based on our faith. We had faith that if this is what was meant to be, God would bring us through it. And he did. He was bringing us through it. So fast forward to yesterday. I think it was yesterday, I finally decided to make the appointment to find out how much more money we would need to come up with. My dad said that he would help do a fundraiser, put on a spaghetti dinner for us, and help raise the funds of whatever extra money we needed that the grant didn't cover. So I was still scared. I was scared because I went through 2 miscarriages. I was scared because I knew how much you pour your heart into going through IVF and all the shots and the appointments and everything that you go through. I was scared because I thought I was going to die last time, and here I was willing to put myself through this all again. I was scared because I was like, what if we can't get enough money? What if it's just too much and we can't make it work? I was scared that what if it just doesn't happen? What if it's not meant to be for us? What if? And I finally heard God tell me, make the appointment. Just call and make the appointment. And I'm like, fine. You know what? I'm just going to make the appointment. What's the worst that can happen? That we won't get the money that we need to, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen if I don't make the appointment. So I called and made the appointment with my same doctor. He opened up a new fertility place in Boston called CCRM. And I made the appointment, and after I made the appointment, I literally bawled my eyes out. I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't eat all day. I cried and cried and cried and cried because I was just so scared because it was like only 2 weeks away. it was 2 weeks away. I was going to find out my fate of what was going to happen. And I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I'm ready for it. So we went to the appointment. Usually we take the Mass Pike and we get a lot of tolls going, a lot of tolls coming back. And then we have a parking fee because we go to Mass General. So on the way there, I was like, babe, I'm like, there's no tolls. Like, the way we're going, there's no tolls. Like, we have no tolls to pay. We're so used to paying tolls. And I was like, this is, God helping us. And then we go to the parking garage and there's no toll for the parking garage. And I'm like, okay, God, I see you're making a way for us. This is prayers being answered. So we go in, we see our doctor. He gives us a big hug and a kiss. He is the sweetest, sweetest man I've ever met for a doctor. I love him to pieces. I wish every doctor could be like him. I wish every single one of you ladies that are trying can have a doctor like this, because he is just amazing, amazing. So he talked about everything. He said that he likes not doing a natural cycle because he likes a controlled environment, that he doesn't believe that he thinks I should be put on steroids or any preventative measures, that it could affect the embryo, and he was really positive about the way he likes to do things. And so he was like, so I foresee doing a transfer about the end of January. And my heart stopped for a minute because the last transfer I had was the end of January when I got pregnant with my twins and lost them. I think I went in for January 30th for a transfer. So I was like, whew. I'm like, well, that sounds really good, but I really need to know how much money we're going to need to come up with, because we are a one-income household right now, and I don't know if we're going to be able to afford all this, so we need to raise some money. So he said that he would work with us and try and get all our visits combined, so that way, because we have $50 copays, so he was trying to lessen the copays so we don't have to go a bunch. So then we sat down with a financial advisor, and she puts this bill out in front of us, and she's like, okay, this is how much it's going to be. And I'm like, okay, well, what about the transfer? She goes, no, this is included. The transfer's included in this. I'm like, well, what about all the appointments? She's like, this is everything. She's like, you just need to come up with your meds. And I looked at the total, and it was under $5,000. It was just under $5,000. And I started to cry. And I said, I'm sorry. I don't know if you believe in God or not. I said, but our faith has walked us through this whole journey. I'm like, so I need a minute to thank God and praise Him and have a minute to cry, because here I was so scared to make this appointment and so scared to try and do this all over again, because I thought of what are the what ifs and everything. But here God was giving us another way of saying, look, I'm providing this for you. I am walking you through this. You can do this. So it was under $5,000. So we're going to have a baby at the end of the month. Maybe 2 babies. We're going to do another transfer. We have the money. All we have to do is work out the meds, and we'll be able to do it. We pay for the fuel to get back and forth to Boston, and we don't have the tolls, we don't have the parking fees anymore, and he's going to combine our appointments. And the kicker, getting my embryos, because I have 3 embryos, getting my embryos from Boston Mass General over to CCRM, they're not charging us for. We go give a deposit to get the tank from CCRM, drive over to Mass General, pick up our 3 embryos, and bring them back and get our money back. They are not charging us for our transfer. If you don't believe in God, listen to my story, because this story has been a roller coaster of ups and downs, and it is my walk of faith and my trust in the Lord. and how he's just making a way for us. He is really making a way. I can't believe that we are already getting started in December, and we're going to get pregnant. We're going to get pregnant in January, and God is just going to keep helping us. And this is just going to be my story of how everything is going to work out. It's going to be my story of Samuel. So I hope that if you're new, you subscribe, and if you're not new, that you keep watching, because I'm going to keep sharing this story and spreading the word of how everything is working out for the good of everything we believe in. And through the Starfish Fertility Foundation, on how you guys can apply for next year's grant if you need help, if you are self-funded. I think it's an amazing thing. Apply for a grant and try. Even if you don't have the money, have the faith, have the belief that it can happen. If I'm going through all this, you can make it too. We are called IVF warriors because we put our body through hell. Our hearts get shattered in a million pieces. We fall to the ground. We don't think that we can do it anymore, and somehow we find the will, we find a way, and we pick our pieces up, we put them back in our pockets, and we walk on, and we get it done, because we are warriors. So I'm giving so much love to all you ladies that are still trying, have gone through hell and back, and you don't think you could do it again. If I can do it, you can do it, because I didn't think I'd be able to. So I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for watching our story, and keep watching, because, sweetheart, we are not done yet. We are not done. Giving you lots of love. All my warriors, stand tall.